Are you good?
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, little girls of all ages, we have here today
Paul Blake, 60 Con Fire Fist, the king.
All right, we're here at our third Florida TCG Movement Case Tournament, here hosted at Brad's TCG. And Paul here, with his infamous 60-card Fire Fist deck, was able to top 4. And here's Paul with his deck profile.
All right, so I'll give you guys the rundown. 1 Spirit, 1 Rooster, 1 Snake, 1 Veiler, 1 Buffalo, 1 Swallow,
Swallow,
Maxi, 1 Gorilla. Those are the one-ofs.
I see.
The reason why you run him at 1 because in my build I run Transmodify. And my build you want to have control, and in the case if you have a useless Transmodify with no formations, you want to Transmodify into him so you get another trap, and plus because he sets up for bigger plays like this.
Yeah, you know, and then plus a lot of Fire Fist cards aren't really playing that Snake over there.
Well, because they're bad Fire Fist players. I'll tell them that.
So what does Snake do for you?
Snake allows Snake and Rooster are best friends forever. Snake and Roosters are best friends forever because when you swap a formation, Snake's effects should activate. When you do Gorilla or Bear's effect, Snake's effects should activate. And here's a nice trick. If you go Bear effect while Snake's on the field, popping Murmur Linde brings out Pike, Snake's effects should activate.
Taking notes.
And Pike is good at this time.
Outstanding.
So let's get to the other ones. The 3 ofs. My best friend forever. Triple Raven. Raven is the powerhouse. He's the one who allows the deck to play at its full potential past 40 cards.
I see.
You tune him off with the Transmodifiers, and you also tune him off with Leopard. So when you go Spirit, Leopard, and you tribute the Raven, so you get Leopard's effect and then Raven's effect. Getting you 2 formations out the deck. 1 spell and 1 spell or trap.
Wow. Broken.
So that's the reason why you run him. Also too, because here's a little trick that I want to give the other Fire Fist players. When you go onslaught summon board and summon Raven, synchro summon the Black Rose. When Black Rose touches the field and someone activates like finish chain, you would chain circle onto the Black Rose. So now you have chain link 1 Raven, chain link 2 Black Rose, chain link 3 finish chain link 4 circle of the Fire Kings. So you bring back the Raven from the graveyard. So now all the chains resolves. He goes to the graveyard. Black Rose goes with the field. Raven's effect should activate, and then separate chains should activate again. Raven's effect should activate again, and you get another formation.
It's taking your Fire Fist players to school, man.
Of course, man. So that's why you run Circle. When we get to Circle.
All right. It's going to take a while, folks. It's 60 cards. We're trying to break the record for the longest deck profile in the universe.
Alright, 2 Caribous, because Caribou is not good without Boar. These are the 2 brothers. When Tiger King dies, when you're doing a circle of the Fire Kings on Tiger King, you gotta bring out these 2.
Okay.
So if you want to do like a triple formation combo where like if he's in the graveyard and you bring out these 2, right?
Right.
You gotta bring out the second one. You synchro into Karen, and Karen should give you another formation. Caribou's effect should activate, and then Boar's effect should activate. So you're getting 3 formations.
3 formations is pretty good.
So that's why you run these 2. Also too, because he's good with Circle of the Fire Kings, he's also good with Onslaught. That's why I run these 2. Now we run. Decide. Alright. 2 leopards. This is our Lone Fire. This is my second best friend.
You don't want to play him at 3?
Huh?
You don't want to play him at 3?
Because sometimes you'll be in a situation where your opponent has like a full field of monsters and you want to have like Raven over that.
I got you. Okay.
So That's why I run him. Also allows Spirit to do his plays, and also allows Raven to do his other plays. And also too, I'll show you guys another neat trick with Leopard later on in the video.
All right.
2 Wolf Bark, 3 is Cloggy, 2 is a good powerhouse. No explanations on him. He's an amazing card.
Of course.
That's why he's at 50. Yu-Gi-Oh players. Triple Dragon. This is your powerhouse. This is the card that does not clog.
Not at all.
Because with Dragon, at least you open up plays for Wolf Bark. When you transmodify him into Swallow. And also too, Dragon, just the best. He's the most powerful card in this deck.
Not bad.
So I'll show you guys another trick with him. But also too, Firefist players, when you're using Dragon, make sure you do not overextend because you will get Extinction Knight. So remember that.
Card sucks anyways, right?
It's still powerful. It's so powerful, man. Triple Bear, man best friend. He shoots. He plays Call of Duty. No other explanations.
Takes your opponent's girlfriend.
Takes him, bruh. All right. Now the power formations. I play 1 Yoko because the Spirit. The turn 2 Spirit Death combo revolves around Yoko with Buffalo.
Could you explain what Yoko does? Because, I don't see that a lot of Firefist decks.
Yoko says you target 1 card on the field, face-up card on the field.
Right.
And the first things first, the cost is the target.
Right.
So to clear this up for other Firefist players.
Right.
Cost is the target. So if they chain MC to it, you don't get to discard. Now, if they do let it go through, you get to discard. So you would discard Buffalo or discard like Leopard, so you do a turn 1 Spirit with another normal summon. That's why I run them at 1.
Okay.
And it's still a pretty nice card. Dark Hole. We like to be sacky. we like to get rid of monsters.
Yeah, you destroy the whole field, but then what?
Yeah.
Sure, your opponent loses all his monsters, but what you gonna do? Win after that? I mean, come on.
Of course. I mean, I'm the only Firefist player who OTKs.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you're running at 1. Double MSC. I do not like back row. Forget your Mirror Force. So that's why. I like double MSC. I'm thinking about going to 3 before Atlanta, but I'm still deciding.
Very true.
2 Circle of the Fire Kings. This card is like another Lance, but it leads into more death.
Yeah.
So I'll explain to you guys the other combo that I use with Circle. So Tire King will get his effect off Circle. And also too, you have other food that gives you effects off their effects. And also too, during late game, if I'm out of Wolf Barks, Monster Reborn on crowd.
Nice.
So that's why I run it, and also too because players that run bottomless, it hurts.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's why. 2 Lance, going second, you really need to have a powerful card to break through that back row.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's why in my top 8 match, my opponent overworked, and I had a Lance double tanking. I'm going off. I'm playing some Yu-Gi-Oh.
Was Dragon on board?
Snake was on board though.
Dragon would have been the nuts, right?
It would have been going off. That's why you run 2 Lance. 2 Gyoku again. You have Gyoku players that be playing the armor, that trap card that breaks down 2. you have Gyoku decks that keep playing that trap card, so you want to lock that trap card down. In the mirror match, you want to lock down your Tensins before Mirror Force. I'd rather get Mirror Force before Tensin because Tensin allows my opponent to do more plays and leads with the deck. So that's why I always try to pick off the the formations before like regular backward. Because like what resulted me on my first loss against Will was that I Gyoku the other card instead of Gyokuing the face down, which got me punished, and then next thing you know, I got whoops. All right, now here's the power cards. Triple onslaught, triple transmodify. Reason why you run triple of these because these two makes the deck go OTK. The bigger play with this onslaught and transmodify is that when you go onslaught Raven, transmodify Raven, you get Dragon and you get another formation on top of another formation. So you would go Dragon, Tanky, get a bear, summon bear because you didn't even know something yet. This is just free cards. So that's why I ran onslaught and transmodify at 30. Because for my regional build, I had it at 2, but I was like, I'm an idiot. I should play it at 3 because the deck needs to be aggressive. So the spell formations, triple Tensu. You need to have unlimited Tenshu's for the best trap card. I'm going to show you in the deck later on in the video.
Oh, okay.
Triple Tensu. Triple Tanky. Tanky, I'm glad it's at 3. Konami listened. So
at least for now.
And it's ultimate. Check out the ultimate.
Big spender here, folks. Big spender.
Nah. I bought this one, I opened the other one, and then my friend traded for the other one.
Not too bad.
So, gotta have managers, man.
Yeah, man.
Gotta. Alright. Dolphin Shane.
2 chains.
2 chains. Extinction Knight is a real card. Black Rose is a real card.
Yeah.
Bear, Manface 2 is a real card. Big Eye is a real card.
Paul Blake for president.
Whoop! So that's why you want to have Phoenix Shane at 2. I'm thinking about spinning it off for breakthrough skill since I took away magical planner. So that's why. The one bombless because we like to be the best.
Of course.
The one warning because it's powerful. No explanations. We'll save this one for later on. Triple Tension because you're running a dragon build you're running a full formation build so that you get Tension out quicker and you never want to run out. So Triple Tension. Triple Tenkin. This is the card that 5 of his players failed to realize not to use. You use this card because you punish main phase 1. You punish it. You shut it down. That's why. And also 2, Tenkin Chain Link 1, Tension Chain Link 2 is still a powerful combo.
Yeah.
So 5 of his players step your game up.
Y'all 5 of his players slacking. Pay attention.
Pay attention. Now these 2 cards came from Legacy of the Valiant. Those Skill Prisoner. Skill Prisoner. This card right here stops Valor, it stops Big Eye, it stops Bear, it stops Gorilla, it stops Effect Valor, it stops Marksman, it stops Heavy Infantry, and it's a good mill card. Reason why I run this card at 2 because I hate Valor. Valor is one of the most dreadful cards that shut down my deck. Even though I dodge a lot of it, still, it's always good to have enough potential.
Most definitely.
So, later on in the video, I'll show you guys how I get this card to the graveyard quickly.
Okay.
Now, the best trap card in the deck. You thought Return to a Dimension was gone, right? See that?
That's not Return to the Different Dimension. What is that?
This card right here is called Ultimate Saito. It says your Yu-Gi-Oh days are done.
So I just sell my whole collection?
You summon. Alright, let's break it down. We have to banish 7. We have to banish 7 formations. Special summon as many 5 of his monsters from the graveyard. And then as many fire fist monsters you bring out, you can set as many formations on the field. So, that's the little thin part. That means you can't get torrential, you can't get bombers. So remember this card. This card, what makes this deck at 60 cards.
That's why you're the best, man.
And Konami hit this card in the forums. So check that out. And shout out to Will.
All right, thank you, Paul, for the deck profile. If you guys live under a I'm sorry, I forgot about the extra deck.
So long already.
I'm sorry, this is a long deck profile. I thought it was finished like 10 cards ago.
All right, I'll make this quick.
No, go take your time, man.
Triple Tiger King.
Tiger King.
One Horse Prince.
Yep.
Two Cardinals. Show you guys, so you guys don't be like, you're cheating us. Double Cardinal. One Extinction Knight. Won me round 1, game 1. Took away 9 cards, then went for Saito.
Wow.
Abyss
Sounds like
it's dangerous. Abyss Dweller, Mermails, Fire Fist mirror matches when they have Tiger King, and also like regular players. Cowboy, we play Call of Duty. Lion Emperor, if my Cardinals are down, if my Spirit is down, I could pick back up Spirit. And it's a good, when you go when opponent goes Max C, Lion Emperor take back Spirit. We're not giving you no draw cards. And now another card that I added, Kasasuki. This right here, folks, why Skill Prisoner is very playable in my deck. This is why this card is playable in my deck, because I get to mill as many cards from the deck to the graveyard.
Nice.
Now, the other Synchros. Black Rose, Onslaught, Raven, Black Rose plays. Karen. This is the card that allows the Cho formation to happen. You have Boar, Caribou, you have all the other all the other Fire Fist monsters. Remember that you can't wolf bark Boar into him. You can't do it. So remember that, folks. Crimson Blader, Mermaids are still a thing. Vulcan Divine. I did this in my game 2, round 1, taking away the Tiger King because I didn't want to waste my materials for Cardinal. So, and that's what I use right there. And then I'll speed through the side deck.
Is it a 50 card side deck?
I wish. Outside the world. So Effect Veiler, Maxi, Double Mistake, 1 Fire Formation Kaio, Destins. I don't want to get messed up by Destins. Pitchback Werewolf.
Could you explain Kaio for those who don't know what that does?
Kaio says when this card is activated, all Beast Warriors for the turn can do piercing damage.
Wow. Didn't know that. The more you know.
Pitchback Werewolf. You can search him with Tenki, and he shuts down passive decks. 1 Hawk. Hawk says when there's formation on the field, all of them gains 500 attack, and also he's a good search just in case for the bigger matches.
Nice.
Dimensional Fissure, Bujins, appearing on the wall, Spellbooks, Bujins, and Chaos Dragons. Vanny's Emptiness. You don't need to play Yu-Gi-Oh. That's how I feel.
But I bought all these good cards. I need to play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Transmigration Prophecy, put back Tenki, put back Rooster, so now Rooster can be used again. The 3rd MST, and Soul Drain for Mermails, even though Soul Drain hurts me.
Nice.
So now you guys better check out Florida Movement, because you know why? Florida is going to be the next best state. California.
That's right.
We see you.
All I'm saying is, like, we got Justin Bieber. Florida's doing good things. We're doing the best we can. For those who live under the rock, Paul here has his own YouTube page and loading tons of content for all those Fire Fist players, and just for those in general. You guys really should check him out. Really good dude. Really good stuff. And I'd like to thank you, Paul, for your content.
Of course,
all
man.
right. Yeah, you know, left-handies. All right, you guys. Thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Hey, we will see you at YCS Atlanta.
Yeah.